Hello friends, my name is Molly. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Of course, on this channel we talk a lot about everyday yoga and committing to the lifestyle of practicing yoga every day. And I know a lot of you are on a path to cultivating that lifestyle. And of course, through practicing yoga every day comes the question, how do you practice when you're sick? I've been practicing yoga every day for almost 4 years now, and I've had so many little flus and even went through the COVID, which was really bad. My practice has been with me through all of that, and of course I'm not going to let out the fact that a lot of us have a uterus and ovaries, and every month we are basically sick. This is a question I get a lot as well. How do I practice on my period? And trust me, I'm an expert at that. Well, in 4 years I have gone through many periods and I love practicing on my period. I'm going to share some ways that I approach the times of being sick when I'm on my period and how yoga exactly comes in those times. It's actually a perfect day to film this video because my period just started today. New month, new menstrual cycle, yay! So I'm sitting here hugging my rice sock that's filled with rice that I just put in the microwave, and then I put on my lower belly, and it's really nice. So that way we can have a nice conversation, very pleasant, comfortable. So let's get into it. First point that I want to stress, and it is rest. We're talking about your health, we're talking about your well-being. Yoga every day is one of those lifestyles that could easily be ego-fied. You have to perform every day, it's kind of like a score thing. At this time, your top priority is your health. When I'm sick and on my period, there's phase where I don't do anything. For example, this morning, first half of the day, I was really uncomfortable. And right now I feel a little bit more ready to take care of myself in a more active manner. And this is where yin yoga practice comes in. This is something that I rely on when I'm sick or when I'm on my period. I love yin yoga. It's so slow, pretty much like lying in bed. And you can lie in bed, turn yourself in different postures and connect with your body through your breath, through your mind. The cool thing is you can really customize it and make it as gentle as you need to be. Sometimes it's even just coming from the bed onto the mat on the harder floor and just lying down and just breathing and connecting with my body. That is yoga too. How that helps me when I'm sick, I get a chance to connect with my body, notice that presence of the virus, which is really weird. Like I feel how weak my body is. I feel how it's fighting. I get to accept that I'm sick. This is a time of slowness. This is a time to witness, time to relax. I also get to appreciate my body and kind of give it a mental support. Like, hey, I see your work. I'm here with you. We're working on this together. It enhances my experience of being sick, that teamwork and connection. And of course, when I'm on my period, yin yoga is just the most relaxing thing ever. Opening my hips, the lower back stretches. It's just so beautiful. And why I love doing yoga on my period is because I feel like I rarely give myself a chance to be that slow in my practice on regular days. And this is where I really allow myself to just melt. Ironically, after I do that physical activity of doing yin yoga, I feel better, my cramps feel more eased off, and just in general I feel a little bit more open. When it comes to periods, I don't just practice sometimes yin yoga. If I have the energy, I just do lower flows. By lower, I mean I just keep it low to the floor. I do low lunges, I do pigeons, kind of back on the mat, happy baby type of stuff. Yeah, just a little more grounded. So yeah, that's my physical activity when I'm sick and I'm on my period. And again, you have to really judge for yourself where you're at, if this is something you're ready for. When I'm ready for this is a tool that I use to help myself heal and reconnect with my body. There's lots of yoga classes that are on YouTube for when you're ill, when you're sick, or when you're on your period. Just in general, you can just type in gentle yoga flows or anything like that, or yin yoga, and you will get that same, gentle opening practice that your body will appreciate if it's ready for it. And the next thing, of course, your practice does not just limit itself to the physical practice. This is an opportunity for you to explore other aspects of yoga, not just the physical one, which is what a mainstream yoga is, but it is not all yoga is. I often just meditate when I am sick. There's a specific healing meditation by Boho Beautiful, and this is something that I do on the repeat, trying to tune those healing waves. I'll link it down below. Helps with acceptance, relaxing, and it brings me a lot of peace. And there's specific aspects of yoga, or let's say yogic lifestyle, that really helps me when I'm sick. It's something that is a must nowadays when I'm sick, and it is yogic purifying techniques. The one that I'm talking about is, I think you're very familiar with, and it is neti pot. When I got sick in Quebec with COVID, when I could walk, I went to the nearest drugstore and I bought this one. It felt so helpful with congestion, and it felt like, at least, it was really helpful with me getting back my sense of smell and taste. It was a very soothing process. Like, I'm trying to help my body to get it all out. I love this. This is my bestie. Like, generally I love doing neti pot just in general, like to just cleanse and stuff. But when I'm sick, this is so helpful. It's definitely like a little messy. It takes time getting used to, but so worth it. And just in general, getting curious about alternatives to Western medicine. There's so many Ayurvedic things that are very interesting going through sickness or just in general enhancing your health. I do just stuff myself with ginger teas, and I make ginger, turmeric, mint teas every hour. I drink like a cup or two. Keep flushing, keep drinking. And the last thing that I want to mention, what I learned from yoga that helps me greatly when it comes to the times of being sick or being on my period. With everyday yoga practice, you don't just get a rocking bod and good breath techniques. You also, I feel like, start to establish set of mental strengths, things that are oftentimes referred to, for example, yamas and niyamas. And those are the pillars that get established with a daily practice. For example, this spring in May to June, I got ear infection. I went to emergency room because I was in so much pain, and the medicine had to come in later. I also couldn't get the best working medicine because of my allergy to penicillin. So I was in so much pain with this ear infection. I couldn't walk. It would just echo in my ear. And I remember I was lying in bed crying. I couldn't sleep for a few nights at that point. I continued not being able to fall asleep and rest because it was just so painful. And I was just so sad and so defeated. And I remember this moment after a few hours of quietly sobbing. There's this sudden thought in my head that I'm in so much pain, yet I'm in my bed that's so comfortable, that feels so safe, with a roof over my head, access to warmth, and just in general, like all of the comforts you would want when you're sick. With a shaking voice, I started speaking out things that I'm grateful for. Even though it was super uncomfortable, it was really sad. But after saying that, I just had this sudden sense of just complete peace. I remember I brought myself up from the bed after hours of just tossing there, had a little bit of food, drank water, and walked around like that with a little heat compress, helping myself through that time to ease the pain. Bringing to my attention all the abundance and just blessings that I have when I'm sick gave me strength. I was happy even though I was miserable. This is something that got established more and more through my practice. Noticing how many beautiful things there are, how much help I'm actually getting. Those are the ways that yoga came through in my experience with being sick or being on my period. Yoga is a beautiful resource to help yourself, help your body heal and make your body stronger and make your mind stronger. Yeah, I hope that helps you a little bit to kind of navigate your sick times or times when you're on your period. This is something definitely where you are the best judge, and with everyday practice, when you are healthy, you establish your own understanding of how to practice it, what you're comfortable with, you're not comfortable with, what is helpful to you and what is not helpful to you. So I hope you're healthy right now. I hope you are thriving. And if you are a little sniffly, if you are maybe like me cramping up right now on your period, this is a beautiful time to honor your body, to notice it, to work with it. We're in this together. We all get sick, we all get crampy. I'm super happy we got to talk about it because I feel like when I first started yoga, this is something that I had to figure out for myself and took me a while to understand how to approach it. So I'm happy I have the experience to share with you. I would love to hear how you are implementing your practice, or if you are when you're sick, when you're on your period, or what your observations have been. I love continuing the conversation with you guys down in the comments. As always, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye-bye!